Hey, what's up, Bear? You take a nap? Wait, you have a new badge this time. No video. No video badge. Huge. Hope your day's well, though. It's the Promptathon, Bear. Get hyped. Get hyped and excited and all the good things. For the Promptathon is here. What rhymes with things? What rhymes with things? Ew! Dude, you're showing your Promptathon today? Ew, put that thing away. When she prompt on my thon till I... She draw my box. Sorry. My bad. Redo. Stream hasn't started yet. I'm allowed to be silly and stupid. Dang. It's already like 2 minutes till stream. Hope your day's going well. I'm gonna be a bit tired. I don't want to be low energy on Promptathon, so I'm gonna do my best. To be lively. It's been some rough days with school as of recent. It's gonna continue to. May have to pull an all-nighter between here and there, which means we're gonna have to be short on the drawing, which is gonna be tough tonight because I have an idea and I really want to act on it, but we also can't have a 7-hour stream like last time, which I just realized I'm looking at an idea I had now, and man, I don't know how I'm gonna put this together, but we're gonna try. No 7-hour stream. I would totally do a 7-hour stream if I could have, or like I'll do a 10-hour stream as long as I get a 2-hour break in between, you know? And preferably not starting at 7 p.m. Also, I need to close Discord on I have my reference laptop out, my school laptop, and I need to close Discord because has my school account on it. I'm just getting reminded of all the work I have to do. Ew, schoolwork, ew. We may get some new faces today, posted in the Uncomfortable. Shout out Uncomfortable. I mean, shout out Uncomfortable for everything, right? But shout out Uncomfortable for the encouraging me to post in the Reddit. Seems like that's back up, and he's highly encouraging people to post to it. Hi, upcoming Redditors. I got an email today. And it's like, congratulations, you're now a Redditor. And dude, no. And it was like, I felt like an old man I deleted my Reddit account twice today because I couldn't get the username to set up easily. And then like, I spent like 30 minutes researching how to post and posting etiquette and like making sure when Uncomfortable said to tag him, like I was doing it correctly. Are you excited about this new journey to being a Redditor? I'm going to end it early. I'm just going to delete my account after this. And like the little character I made, Avatar, oh god, it's like so prototypical. Anyways, hello everybody, hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time, also known as the first day of the Promptathon. Get hyped. I am as excited as it can be. Like I said, I have a lot of homework, a lot of stuff going on the sides, but we always have time for Promptathon. So without any further ado, let's get warmed up. We're going to do a more brief warm-up today. We have a plan. We need to act on it. It just hit me that I'm going to have to draw this. Like tonight. Yeah, for those who asked, school is difficult because... Oh, Cat's on YouTube. What's up, Cat? Don't break the YouTube chat. I don't want to fix it. But otherwise, hello. School is tough because I'm trying to train a... static antivirus machine learning model with random forest or the gradient boost, whatever it's called. I forget the long acronym. Oh yeah, what's that all about? Yeah, so I can actually tell you. It's weird. I can't tell my classmates about it because we're all against each other, right? This class is competitively graded. It's like CTF against our peers. But to train an AI model, you want a lot of samples. Now, machine learning needs less samples than deep learning. Deep learning is like neural network, stuff like that. But machine learning is typically not as mean. However, you do want to start off with, like, if you're collecting your own samples of viruses, you need about, I've seen it range from like 50K to 100K as a baseline, as like, hey, start off with this, but you probably should do more. And of these 100K samples, I mean, that's the thing. Of 100,000 samples, you need like so many of those to represent specific types of malware, stuff like that. Just as you ended your One Piece venture. Heck yeah. Also, what's up, Jim's? I almost said cat because you said cat. But yeah, so basically, if you want to train a machine learning model, you need a lot of data, right? We all know this. And cybersecurity training for computer viruses is really hard because, first of all, where do you get the computer viruses? Two, how do you know that they're actually viruses with malintent versus a file that's good, just doesn't work properly, right? Virus. And then how do you train it? I can jump back on after stream doing schoolwork. Heck yeah. But yeah, so those are just some of the very, very many problems about making machine learning models for cybersecurity. So I downloaded last night, there's something called Sorrel, 20 million dataset, or 20M. It's a dataset with 20 million samples. However, and it's like 8 terabytes, but I was only downloading a subsection. But I was also downloading Ember 2024, which I just heard existed, because I was recently using Ember 2018, but now I'm using Ember 2024. I trained my first version of that today because my previous model had 2018, which failed miserably in real life testing. And this one also failed. It classified the calculator app on Windows as being a virus with a 97%, 20 million viruses in one game. Bears out here with the references. I appreciate that. I said I'm going to bed in a bit. I didn't say right now. Cat, you got to do the Promptathon. What are you doing? Do a quick doodle for the Promptathon so you can get all seven days. This is a perfect opportunity for 50%. Do a quick doodle on a piece of paper, or even on your phone. It can't just be Sadie and I. Also, I'm supposed to compete with Sadie today. Okay, Promptathon isn't a competition, but like Sadie's work today, and I'm supposed to post something like, in the same chat as that. I can't compete. That's crazy. Her horse course, I guess that's the best way to call it, has done wonders. Her horses are so well done now, especially with some of the coloring in there too. Like I feel like that's also a level up. The pose was everything. Man, I wish I could have joined your stream today. I was knee deep in homework and really in no mood to join a live stream, but honestly I should have, because that would have put me in a better mood. Like today was a very negative Nancy day. I've had to throw out all of my work again, which is always just a terrible feeling. I would join, but I can't. Why can you not? Anybody's allowed to join. Any medium. Jims, you can 3D print stuff. You can model and 3D print stuff. That'd be applicable for the Promptathon. Ding. But the homework's been rough because I'm like, this is a cross-listed graduate class. And so I'm competing against graduates in machine learning, which is like, it sounds like the start of a bad joke, right? Like, of course I'm going to lose. And like my model did the worst in the entire class. It's kind of public shaming. My professor, so you make antiviruses, right? And those detect, and the professor runs them and then posts in front of the whole class how well every person's model did, and mine was the worst in the entire class, of the ones that worked. And so, and I've just been racking my brain for the past couple days, building, destroying, downloading, just I'd end it right there. Yeah, it's rough. Trying to stop biting my nails, cut myself nibbling. I have that terrible habit. It's so bad. It's so hard to stop, but it's a valiant thing to pursue. Okay, automod. Oh, wait, no, there was no automod. But yeah, that's why I've been lamenting school so much. Is I'm competing against people, and I'm in a team setting, so like my model, which represented my team, failed, and that's probably why I feel the worst. I could be publicly shamed and not really care, but my team depended on me, and I didn't do that well. So I thought it'd be for self harm. Ah, I gotcha. But I have a plan, and I mean tomorrow is kind of do or die. Um, and Friday. Friday is the true do or die because it's due then. And one can only train a model so fast. But um, and it's okay to have something. I just don't want to. I would rather have a 40% accuracy than the piss poor performance I had the other day. Um, and in some ways, I am improving. I'm developing code faster. I'm like this kind of strain is showing improvement, but it's definitely at a cost of my my sanity and sleep. Sure, that was in response to what Kat was saying. Man, better news. Still all of school isn't that horrible yet. So, in fact, I'm hearing great news. One of my professors gave me 5 points just on my exam for no reason. His reason was you have other classes. School can be hard. And he's like extremely caring, and he helped me with the homework the other day. So shout out that professor. My other professor, his midterm exam is going to be 3 free response, and apparently he's giving us 6 free response before the exam, and he's picking 3 of them. So we'll know. We'll know what the exam's like. And weirdly enough, this semester ends basically in November. Like, I'm done with school right after Thanksgiving, practically. Because all my project presentations for my classes happen then. So there will be no more projects. There's only one exam, and it's going to be, hopefully, a not too horrible exam. Oh no! What's QC, may I ask? And yeah, that's always a horrible feeling. Quantum computing. Ah, I gotcha. I gotta check up on my Finch. I do feel a pang of guilt whenever I forget to check up on my Finch. Like, usually at the gym, that's when Gravel wakes up and I say, okay, I got out of bed and I did this. And then, like, I forget sometimes. I didn't do the true quantum computing. I did the quantum computing for cybersecurity or like for cryptography. So I didn't learn everything. I learned everything at a high level, but my god, some of the math in there, stupid. Well, not stupid math, of course. Extremely smart math. I never want to even. Ugh. Stupid math. What are you doing? One of my friends, she's in a what is it, differential equations, and she showed me an integral today, a double integral, or it was like some weird integral today. She was like, "Hey, could you find an integral or an identity for this?" I was like, "Dude, put that thing away." I remember how to do like basic calc, but do not ask me for like identities from calculus 2. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But so yeah, my semester basically ends in November. Yeah, basically the hardest week I have. Holy crap! I'm looking at my calendar right now. Is the 16th through the 22nd. I have 2 presentations. That's when my malware class starts having its matches. And an exam the week before. I'm gonna be non-existent. Whoa, what surprise. I don't know why I reread chat and I thought Bear said stupid paddle. But she did not say that. I think that was a bit of me projecting right there. And yeah, what's up, Bear? I hope you're having a good day so far. Are you going to be participating in the Promptathon? Stupid paddle. I didn't realize. Remember that little character? I created Gabble or whatever. I'm not sure if I created Gabble. I think maybe you created the word Gabble. And then there's that little stupid comment of like the little osmosis or like mitosis gravel coming out of my head. That's Gabble. I can try my best to participate. What day does it start? Today. Today's the first day. Today. You see, Rise, shout out. That's the chutzpah, the confidence I like to see. It's no reservations. Like, okay, I'll get to it. This is why Rise is the GOAT. What if the Finch characters die? What would you do? I was so confused by that for a second. But also that I would uninstall the app if they ever could have the chance of dying. Because like they're there for me, you know, not for me to take care of them in that way, to where they could die. I said quick warm up today, and I'm not doing a quick warm up today. Because I'm evil. Get a new Finch. There's no replacing gravel. Speaking of, there was a plague. That's what a group of grackles are called outside my apartment today. Mucking about. There's like 30 of them, and just in a small patch. I don't know what they were doing. Like literally, maybe 8 foot by 8 foot patch. They're just bouncing around being silly. I think it was because of the weather today. God, one of my friends, Plague is awesome. It's so cool. I would bury my phone. flush it down the toilet. Oh. You know, oh yeah, today like we were talking about something and then birds got brought up and a girl at my table was like, I don't know why I said girl, like girl, and then like just a girl at my table. She was like, do you ever do bird watching? And I had to like fight the urge inside of me to be like, oh my god, I love birds. Here's all the bird pictures on my phone. I was like, I feed the duck sometimes. Have a whole funeral for it. Rising the prices of Transformers, it's a gravity. Truly a gravity. What is it? I watched this dude give an analysis over the Transformers movies. Or I didn't watch, I listened to it while driving from home to college. You got that dog and them birds. That's my best bird impression. I can't do a single good bird impression. I'm a fake fan. Name 3 bird songs. Right to your heart's content. True, but also I don't want to scare people around me. Like, I don't want the people who sit next to me in class to fear for their safety because this mentally deranged weirdo is ranting about bird families and the freaking tray that he set up outside his bedroom window, pretending to be normal. True. However, this conversation did bring the professor over. We were talking, the professor likes our group, so he walked over and he told me something very cool. There is something called a green jay. So I have this webcam in my room. Oh god, yeah, that's anyways, there's something called a green jay as opposed to a blue jay. Green jays, everyone Google it right now. Green jays look awesome. What kind of mic is the one you use now? It's an AT Audio Technica 2020X USB. It is pretty decent. It's only like I wouldn't say it's good for streaming. It's good for recording because it's not omnidirectional. It only comes out from one side. And it has to be close. It's not a shotgun mic. You also probably want a dead cat for it, or what's it called? Like not a dead cat. Oh my god, the little foam thing. I always forget it is. But that's a lot of money. Like I said, I could send you in Discord if you at me because I'm gonna forget. The Fi-Fine microphone from Amazon is the one I used in the previous streams. You can make it lesson 2 video, like I said. And you can make it sound really good in Adobe. Dead cat. What is it called? Yeah, so yeah, recent birds. So here's the thing. Yeah, so we have blue jays and green jays. Apparently, due to global warming and migration, they've been interbreeding with blue jays. So there's now a new bird. It's a hybrid between a blue jay and a green jay. And you're like, what are they going to call it? A teal jay or something like that? Yeah, prompted hybridization of blue and green jay. And guess what they're calling it? It's called a Gru Jay. Not a teal jay or something like that, which I think would be funny. They're calling it a Gru Jay. Interesting. How many words was your lesson 3 script? Oof. Oof. I'm actually curious here. Let's check it out. Gonna steal the moon or some shit. That took me a second. Okay, tools, word count. So just the like speaking parts. This is gonna be an upper bound or like an overestimate, but upper bound it's 2,996 words, but a lot of those are like titles and stuff. So I would say 2,500. You can never mix colors to create teal. It's a primary color, so it's not a teal jay necessarily. Oh, interesting. Check auto mod. Denied. Be nicer to people, and I won't deny it. I'm giving you an opportunity to redeem yourself. You have the opportunity to be nice to your friends, and you choose to be mean to them, and then you get punished by automod for it. I'm giving you another chance. Cool. Warmup done too. Okay, cool. So promptathon time. We're gonna. Jeez. We're gonna. You are not a mod on Twitch. I can make you one if you want. I'm just lazy about it. And while we ponder this, we're gonna take a BRB. Then we're gonna announce the prompt and then head out. So 2 minutes of ads. I smite thee with 2 minutes of ads, and then we'll be back. So be right back. I feel so bad for Delano that like anytime Kat creates an issue, like she creates the issue, and then Delano has to hear about it in some way or the other. I just like he deserves pay. Sadly, I'm not gonna pay him. But he definitely deserves pay for sure. I just realized it's ad break, so only Rise can hear me. Also, Rise, don't forget you're subbed. You don't need to sub. Like I don't want you to waste your money, man. I'm thankful for it, and it's gonna go to a good cause. But like, just don't forget, right? Don't forget that you are currently giving me money every month. Hey, thank you, man. Also, here, let me give. I'll send you the microphones that I hear. Yeah. To do so much. This setup is just so not ergonomic. Woe is me. I don't want to watch no ads. Supporting something you find enjoyment is good for me. Heck yeah, man. And here, let's get you those microphones. So ATX 2020 USB. It's that expensive? I did not pay them. Oh yeah, because it was 50. It was. I bought it during what's the day when everything's cheaper? Black Friday. I bought it during Black Friday. Um, I would say like the amount of money that you're paying for this is so much more than it needs to be. Here. And then the one that I recommend to people as a good starter microphone that sounds really good is the Five Fine microphone on Amazon. Maybe it's Fine. I don't know. There's like this stupid RGB one. Don't buy it. Yeah, here we go. It's called Podcast Mic Kit. There's also other kits too, but I like the ARM. Honestly, I'd consider it a pretty fast learning curve. It's pretty intuitive. Once again, don't forget DaVinci exists, which I think is cheaper or free. Got you. Okay, cool. Then yeah, awesome. And I can here, I added you with that. At me after stream, and I can send you all of my audio YouTube tutorials that I use to make the audio sound better. It's funny how Kat was like, "Yeah, I'm heading off," and then continues to stay in chat and Discord to rant. Such a shame. Cool. Alrighty. So, yeah, I sent you over my two favorite microphones. Sick dude, I may invest into getting a nicer one. Honestly, Rise, like, I'm not gonna say it wasn't worth the money to get this nicer one. It was, right? But like, I would save your money. Like, if you're not gonna be streaming every night, unless you're gonna make videos a lot, I would say like just invest in the $40 one. See how you like it. You can get really far with it. That's my personal take, though. Your money, your life, right? But yeah, that's definitely my take. Because I still really like that old microphone, and if this one ever goes kaput, I'm just gonna use it for longer. Because at the end of the day, right, and this is a very important thing to consider when making videos. That's true. I'm not really gonna make videos a lot, so still checking them out. Yeah. Is like my mic is really nice. It's like most people aren't going to be listening with studio headphones, right? They're going to be listening with AirPods, wired headphones, or on their speakers. Have I watched Indie Cross yet? Have I? On YouTube. I have not, no. Did we talk about this? I apologize for forgetting. Interesting. No, we haven't. Okay. Indie Cross, huh? Looks like some cool art I'm seeing here. Yeah, I'm watching on speakers. You better not say anything weird. I'm normal. Oh wait, there's the Hyperlight Drifter in Indie Cross. This is cool. I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm normal. Okay. You literally love any credit scene from second. Okay. Who? I will look into this. Heck yeah. But for now, let's get into something a bit more exciting. today is the first day of the Promptathon. Get hyped, because today's prompt, I think it's one that we've done before. I could be misremembering. But today's prompt is everything a magic vessel. Don't, with it all ending. Oh, okay, though. Okay, now I need to be careful of that. That is very true. Here, we'll zoom in on this for you guys. But yeah, so today's prompt is everything a magic vessel. Look, I get it. Every djinn and their mother wants the shiniest, most opulent bottle to call their eternal prison. I'm even willing to accept that beyond the vanity of it all, the eye-catching nature of it even serves a purpose, making it more likely that if found, your unwitting savior might design to clean it off and renew its sparkle. Dine. I said design. But come on, times have changed. The Ottoman Empire has fallen, and there are so many new and interesting prisons to call home. Pick a container, anything with 4 walls and a lid, and design the djinn so that that would call it home. Consider elements of the vessel and how it would reflect upon the djinn's own design and vice versa. Now reading it again, this happens every single time. I'm like questioning my idea, which sucks because I don't want to question my idea. I want it to be perfect and work. But I saw the 4 corners of a box, right? And here, I thought about this, a charger brick. One of these. Every time I could never get something that fits in the prompt perfectly. I know, right? It's so hard. Yeah, I'd say like more times than not, like probably 5 out of the 7 prompts every time. But yeah, I was thinking about this. And you have something that goes in and out, the charging port, right? But also, like, I read this time in my head as more of a, hey, you have something inside of it, and then it comes out of it, and it's an everyday object. Or it's like, you know, it's known for, what is it called? Anything with, and call home, consider, yeah, okay. There's so many new and interesting prisons to call home. My philosophy is a bit of a Transformers vibe. What if this was a little robot, and so when you use it or plug it in, it turns into a little robot? And I was thinking, this could be like some... Okay, I don't want them to be bunny rabbit ears. I don't know what these are going to be, but I was imagining like some ears. There's a little charging brick that looks like a robot that I'm kind of basing this off of. And like we have some legs right here, and it does this like digigrade, like it drops out, so you have this like digigrade thing, you know, I want to be stuck in a book. That's like my roommate came up with something great. He was like air fryer, and it turns into like a little guy with like fire coming out of its mouth, which I really liked. Book I like as well. But yeah, so I was thinking this, and it turns into a charging port. I just don't, or like a, yeah, I just and I was actually thinking this could be the head, and this could have like a charger in it, right? How does a charger look? It looks like this. It'd be like a... Is this music loud? No, it's not loud. It looks like a little tail, but I don't know what to do for the eyes. Right? That would look a bit weird, but I feel like... How would we do this? How would this become like eyes or a face? Or maybe not. You know, it's just the thing, and then it has the legs coming back this way. Because I really wanted to draw robots as of recent, so this is kind of my, like, thing. So yeah, it's not really the true take on this, but I don't care. So yeah, we're gonna get set up here. We're gonna do something of this sort. I just want to draw a robot, man. And so this inspired a prompt, right? Inspired creativity. So we're gonna go to BRB. I'm gonna go quiet for a second while I set everything up. And then we're gonna get to it. We're gonna be using our bigger sketchbook. One thing I like about this prompt is I don't need to reference anything like too explicitly, so I have a lot of room to do what I want. Or like I only have to reference things for, I don't know, their vibe. And yeah. And also, I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. Jim's kind of gave me this idea. This is a question I've definitely said before. But if you guys could be in a piece of fiction, right? Well, what universe would it be? Real answers only. I'm not doing the bit. I did it like a couple days ago. Ultra, dude. You're dead. What? Oh my god, Ultra Kill? That's definitely very, very low on my list. Kaiju number 8. I learned the other day, Kaiju number 8 was made by the same person who created Don, so it's on my list. It's on my list of things to watch. Off the rip, no questions asked. If you gave your mouse a cookie, that is probably the most Bear Mug response, other than maybe City. Okay, Bear, I haven't picked up City in a minute, not for any particular reason. I just haven't had the time to like watch things in bed. But something's off about that show for me. I don't know what, not in a bad way. Just something's off. The city seems too nice. I haven't either. Valid, real. It's not that the show, because like, and that's the thing. I don't know why Nichijou, I felt a bit more connected to. When we get in the next Drawabox video, you shut your mouth. I'm working on it very slowly. The last time I worked on it was, I think, 2 days ago. Or the storyboard. I don't know at this point. Hey, once I graduate, I'll have a lot more free time. But in an ideal world, right? I'll oh shoot, there we go. Oh dang it! What the heck? That's my Grackle impression. Anyways, it's rough. I don't know. We'll see. I'm working on it though. That's the thing. Like I'm spending time on it. Well, you'll have a job once I graduate. Yes, but hopefully this job won't require that I go home and then keep working until I fall asleep at 3 a.m. Right? So that's my thing. Like I do homework the entire weekend if I'm not doing chores, and I do homework all the night if I'm not streaming. So I'm hoping whatever job I have in the future, the demands are not that high. Oh jeez. Dang it. I just like I strategically unsharpened my pencil. That's what I'm doing right now. It's not a fun feeling, and I hope that your situation, you get some more free time, right? Anybody who's experiencing that, it's not a fun feeling. It's not a fun feeling to finish eating dinner, and then you have to say to yourself, okay, a little bit more homework. Or a little bit more work or whatever situation. Of course, I have it easy, right? I'm a college student, but. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna design a little guy. I have some good references up. We're going for minimalism here. Probably gonna use the ruler. It's all good, dude. The easier being at work or on deployment, I guess. Easier than being at work or on deployment. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's do a fun sketch first. I went to the page. I was like, yeah, part-time student is pretty good. Honestly, that's great to hear. Glad to hear that you have time, or at least you know you're not waking up at like however early you guys have to wake up in the military and doing work that may not be the most. This wasn't that bad. I remember this being like awful, and I hated it. This isn't that horrible. I did like smear a lot of ink, but wake up. Oof. Yeah, heck no. Alligator. Okay, cool. So yeah, what kind of robot do I want? Let's get out the creativity device, also known as a ballpoint pen. Lets me be free flowing and fun. Sketchers are always awesome. Thank you. We're gonna do. So yeah, I want it's gonna be a smaller or like a thinner charging block. Ugh, symmetry. My face when I have to symmetry. Okay. Whatever. I can almost make this feel like a face, especially with these two circles here representing like the charging ports. Can put a bit of the end of the USB. Nah, you can't fit that there because we have that, so it's not gonna work anyways. And we can have it like tail, the charger, and then we are going to subtract from this section on both sides. We're gonna have a leg coming out, so that means. Oh, that's interesting. That means the pivot's gonna be right here. Then we're gonna drop to right here. I always like the big wheel in the front. And a robot leg. I would like it to be gestural, but we'll keep it very like straight and orthodox. And then I want like a pseudo triangular foot right here. So we'll do this. And the same thing over here. Degree is going to increase because it's further away. See a bit more of it. So yeah, this is like barely the prompt, but I want to do this. Okay, but I feel like, you know, little charger guy ain't enough. Oh yeah, we'll start the timer now too. I'm gonna be pretty, I don't know, orthodox with the timer. I don't know a good word for it. Because we got stuff to do. Also, I'm going to be stealing a bit from the designs I have here. I want some like really dark shadows. I've been obsessed with light recently. I feel like my form is okay for a beginner, right? And so what I could really benefit from now is understanding light. And then once I understand light much better, I can start focusing on my technique. So this is assuming that there's just a light coming from straight above. But yeah, something like that. And then, or maybe like over here, which would decrease this a bit. But this would focus, make it all black down here, which I think would be cool, just only having to work with that silhouette. And then we can have some like cool shadows casting from these as well. I don't really know what else to add, and I'm not gonna like punish myself for being a bit generic here, because so long as I do it well, I'll be pretty happy. And we could even do like some of the classical like mech tropes of like having these like little air vents everywhere. Still wanting to go to Comic-Con. Honestly, that sounds totally doable. Like depending on, it's in the summer, right? Depending on what job I get, because I have nothing going on except for working now, or hopefully once I graduate. I don't like these. Definitely in the summer. Then yeah, I would like to imagine that I can go to Comic-Con. That's something that I would like. We'll have these mechs love their slanted tops like this. Okay, I have an idea. So let's bring this to life. Yeah, I want to. My goals for going to Comic-Con would just first go to a convention. I want to take lots of pictures. I want to bring a cool camera or something. I want to meet lots of people, meet new artists specifically. I want to see a lot of new artists. Embrace art. I've never felt comfortable going to conventions or things because I always felt it was like. I mean, I'm a nerd. I accept that, but I don't know. It felt a little bit weird. Which is they're not a bad thing. I should say that, right? Just never felt comfortable. It's a very social thing, or like not even social, overwhelming. There we go, overwhelming thing. We're gonna keep this here. How much is a plane flight to San Diego? Go stop over. Proco's in San Diego, right? Go say hi. Be like, hi, Proco. Sorry, I'm doing new masters, and then I'll leave. Let's do a lighter. I'm drawing this to the right of the page because I have a plan. Okay. Have the... That works. Oh, shoot. Ah! Kavel try to keep his drawing supplies in check. Challenge. I have no idea what kind of person I'm going to be in the summer. Like, I'll be done with college. I feel like I would like to imagine there's some magnificent weight lifted off my shoulders, and I'm born into a person free of restraints of GPA and self-imposed study sacrifices. I embrace art more. I rekindle my love for programming that I'm definitely going to have lost after all of those exams. I managed to do that every summer, so. I need to go stop by Bernard Chang's booth at Comic-Con. Our first and only raider. Oh, wait, no. I think Sadie has raided me, and I know for sure Jim's has. Can't remember totally if Sadie raided me before. Guess we'll do this isometric. It'll make my brain hurt less. This is definitely not the prompt, but I'm drawing, so leave me alone. If we can't do it perfectly isometric, we'll just make the VP very far away. Rather angle it inwards than outwards. Have a divergent box. Some jams. What are you up to today, Bear? Doing any drawing? Drew earlier, now I'm dipping bread in my clam chowder soup. Did you end up doing a clam chowder broccoli cheddar combo last night? Or did you just settle for one? Oh, is it gonna rain tomorrow? If it rains tomorrow, I'm so having a soup day. No, I don't have time. Oh wait, no, I could just make a simple soup, not like a complicated soup. Complex soups. I tried the broccoli yesterday and it was very bland. That's a shame. Broccoli should never do that, ever. My school cafeteria had some, and I really wanted to love it, but it was unlovable. So for each was like, okay, makes sense. Was it like low sodium? Just give me an early grave. I don't need to care about my sodium. If it makes food taste that bad without it, then yeah, I'm good. Now I'm not I'm weird. I like refuse to put more salt and pepper on my stuff at the restaurant. Like the chef knows best. If they didn't put more on, why should I be putting more on? Like if they thought that this could use more, then I'll gladly add some. Now, of course, like things like ketchup or whatever, sure, right? That's implied when you get like a burger, a burger, or a hot dog. Subdivide, 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 subdivide. That's right. I read Peter Hahn's How to Draw and like only absorbed like 3 pages. What are you gonna do about it? I wanna read his How to Render. Actually, no, I don't. Yes, I do. Because of all the books on like light and stuff, I don't really care so much about color right now. I care about light, and then color as like a product of that. If you all you want pepper in that one bite, then sure. Too much doggone pepper. Too much gosh darn pepper. This box is wider than I intended it to. But I'm also not stressing that much because we got stuff to do. I'm a working man. I gotta go. It was funny. I called my dad earlier, because I needed help with like a coding concept. And in the background of the call, I just heard my dog. Oh yeah, I have a dog that loves my dad to death. His name's Tucker. He's a little golden doodle, and he loves people, and like he's just pure sunshine and joy. And so my dad's just like talking, helping me with like coding stuff and explaining these concepts, and then I just hear in the background of the mic just. I love that dog so much, but it wasn't too helpful also because I couldn't hear my dad talk. But I'll let it slide, right? Oh, frick. I think it was you, Bear, who said it. Like, how can dogs be so full of joy and whimsy? The panting was that loud. I don't know how loud it picked up on the mic, but I could hear it definitely, and it was like to a point where I was like, I hope I can hear my dad. Doing like a pseudo lesson 6 thing right now. That's right. I'm ready for lesson 6. No, I'm not. No one is. But I can try. He put it on speaker. He was kind enough to let my dad speak on the phone. Dang, I'm getting some very inconvenient tangent lines, which I'd rather not have. Thank you very much. What? Dude, am I high? What the? Okay, there we go. It's funny, I recommend this stream to people and they join, they came and see what I'm drawing for a majority of the stream. Huh. Why are there so many accidental lines though? This is a bit absurd. Fake Drawabox can't actually draw, it's all for show. I don't know, this was like, I worry about a lot of things, right? That's just my weird nature. And I was worried for a while that like there'd be, oh my god, Kavel draws traced this accusations. Not that I've ever traced anything to my knowledge or like that I've tried to pass off as my own. I definitely did that as a kid. But like that'd be like a huge truth come out. Kavel draw scams artists. He doesn't actually learn how to draw. He, in the words of Rise, he does something that he hates for an hour a day. But no, I feel like you can really notice traced work. Or, you know, not that it's obvious, but I feel like lines have a lot more intent behind them. The opposite of Kavel, yeah. Anti Kavel. These don't have much mass behind them. I'd like to see a little bit more. Eyeballing it a lot. Eyeballing. Sleepy. Yeah, no. I'm not saying tracing is a. I'm not saying Tracy is a grand evil. But yeah, if you pass off other people's work as your own, you're gross. Stop it. As a kid, I tried doing that. Like, look at what I do. I traced things. I was not, I don't think I ever like. Oh yeah, I fully made this on my own. Where's the hole in these chargers? I actually don't think. Okay, there it is. Oh, it's near the end. Oh, I thought that it's curved. It's not even like curved. The tracing phase and then copy the exact thing and claim it mine phase. Yep. Glad that wasn't just an experience. Cause like yeah, we all see pretty pages as a kid and we're like, oh shoot, I want to be that good. Dude, what the hell am I doing? This is not right. It looks so off. Whatever, I don't care. We're drawing. Like we can sit here and correct it all day, or we can just finish the prompt. So now this is why I need lesson 6. I could tell where things are getting divergent though, so I'm trying to. It's gonna be a weird looking drawing because we're like really constructing this part of it, and I've no plans to be as like technical with the remainder of it. In fact, starting now basically. Instead, I'm gonna round the corners instead of have these sharper corners. How do we do like a gimbal joint for this maybe? Actually, no. This should be a wheel, and I have a reason why. It's gonna like extend. You can't see what I'm drawing at all, but my plan is for it to extend out. Ooh, I love like knee plate armor. I don't know why. For robots, humans I don't really care. But like knee plate armor on robots, like V1s, like cool little shin guards, dude. Banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. This is why it's gonna be hard for me to go digital. Is I like the handful of tools. So quick, so efficient. It's probably faster on digital, but let me have my aesthetics. A lot of searching lines here. Yikes. Jinkies. I never gave my world, my world that I could be in if I was in one. B stars. No. No. Nah, because I'm only there for Legoshi. Yeah, like I don't want to get eaten, and I'm only going to that universe for Legoshi. So let's be real, not happening. Whatever his grandfather's name is, can't remember. Uh, Probably Frieren. I like the magic system. I could maybe meet Frieren one day. Seems like a. I need to. I'm removing this song. I like it. I complain about it every time though. Where are you? I'm sorry. Still thinking. Yeah, Frieren. I mean, Frieren's kind of. I want to say Dorohedoro for Kaiman, but hell no. Dorohedoro is probably near the bottom of that list. Jesus. I can't really imagine because like there's no mention of heaven in that manga for what I remember either. It's just kind of like hell. It's like super hell or normal hell, and that's about it. Ultra hell even. Uh it's rare that a universe. Actually, speaking, you know, No Man's Sky. If it was just like maybe a little bit more populated, like the universe of No Man's Sky, but the planets are actually like a bit more realistic, not just one big biome, right? Or technically that is the universe, right? Like I can't spoil things, but it's meant to be like that in a way. As I say, sorry, I'm inspired by the No Man's Sky music playing right now. I have a very go mindset about this drawing, which I think is good. I oftentimes get a bit too bogged down in the details. I'm stealing this design. Hee hee hee, and I'm gonna pass it off as my own. Not the design of the whole leg, but this little foot. It's like split in half, and I like that design, so I'm taking it. Stealer. Thief. Thefterer. It looks like a little face. You guys can't see it though. Ah. This guy has no balance. Once I ink this guy, you guys are gonna be like, oh shoot, he's fallen. Or like he's balling. Whoa. Whoa. I think the perfect art convention would hand out free kneaded erasers. I actually don't know how much is like a cheap kneaded eraser. 78 cents. I feel like if part of your ticket, why do you use kneaded eraser? Because I like, so I can make it tiny and get the tiny spots. I can dab it and easily like reduce the strength. No smearing, even though a lot of erasers don't smear. I found it doesn't smear the ink of my pens. Some erasers do smear ink of pens, just like always, or like it's really tough. And this is just for the pens I use, right? And then no little thingy things, no little blah, 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 blah. None of those. I find it to be very versatile, a very versatile little tool. And I use this one because like much more refined, like smaller, and it doesn't make too many of the blahs. Blah 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 blah. And I use this also for like more strong lines that are harder to get out, like when I want to completely delete something. That's when I call in the thing. You can use whatever you want. The one I used to use beforehand was, I think, it's a very popular one. This, the high polymer ones, these apparently don't smear ink as much, which I like. But once again, it makes a blaze, and it's very tough. But it definitely has, it's stronger than a kneaded eraser. You'll remove a lot more. Shoot, do I already need to? Man. My dad, he ordered some like tea bags for himself, and he accidentally like overdid it by a lot. It was like one of those instances where you're buying something off Amazon and you don't realize like the quantity that you're buying. He thought it was just, oh, it's somewhat expensive tea. No, he just got it like a bulk tea, so he gave some to me. It's hibiscus. It's very bitter, but I can't say I dislike it. It's pretty decent. But I switched to green tea today, and when opening, it comes in little plastic packs, and each plastic pack has 4 green tea sachets in it. And I was opening it, and I ripped it downwards instead of to the side, and I completely eviscerated the entire thing, like all 4 tea sachets. And like tea leaves went everywhere, and I was put into a very bad mood. I was already in a bit of a bad mood, and that threw me over the edge. I was like, man. So remember to always exercise caution. Okay, real talk, guys. Screw the tea bags that like glue the tea. Was the tea? Anatomy of a tea bag. What's the little string? The thing that's attached to the string, the little paper thing. Anyways, they glue that to the bag, the sachet, the seal, the mesh, the resin. I don't know. The filter. There we go. They glue it to the filter, so if you try pulling it off, sometimes you just break the filter. The paper thing, yeah. And so like then it just leaks out, which is not the purpose. Fix your tea bags. We've been doing tea for hundreds, thousands of years. And you're telling me you can't get it right, $1 million, $1 billion company who specializes in making tea? Hmm? You disgust me. Patooey. One of my favorite things to do on video games, even though I don't do it much anymore, is if I ever kill somebody in the game and like, I'm not going to say mean things, but I will go in my mic. And that makes people mad. Don't do that. Looking at you, Lipton. Don't get out of here, Lipton. Frick you, Lipton. I buy off-brand. But you know, like just spitting in your mic. So if people like, that's the thing. If they're prone to getting mad, they'll get actually mad. But otherwise, they'll be like, "Did you just spit on me?" And that's the end of the conversation. Especially if like one time I was playing Siege. Have you had any crazy crash outs by any people? I've said some really mean things that I regret. Oh, what's up, Icy Boy? No, you're fine. There's no attendance. There was one instance, I'm not going to say what I said, but I said something pretty bad and like it was not received. I didn't realize like, oh my God, that was mean as hell. And so like that was the day, boom, I switched. I was like, I'm not saying anything that mean ever again on the internet ever. It was like one of those like not even humiliating moments for me. But anyways, yeah, no, there's been a couple. I've had one say, I have a recording of it. It's a kid saying he's going to get his brother who's in the military to hunt me down. Which that's quintessential. That's so real. That's a classic. This was like early gaming days. Like my brother's in the military. He's going to kick your ass. I think that's what he said. It's a classic, right? And just the other day, in the summer, I was playing Battlefield 1. No, I was playing Team Fortress 2, and a dude was like telling one of my shitting on one of my friends for no reason, and he was like lower than all of us in the scoreboard. So I was just like, "Hey man, stop talking, lower us on the scoreboard, please be quiet." And that was enough for him to be very angry. Will you show me the free run drawing? Maybe, if I feel up to it. I'm not a fan of it. I'll be real. It's not a particularly good drawing in my opinion. Nobody tell him it's on YouTube. Oh, for my philosophy class, we're reading philosophy of love right now. Like what is love, what is friendship, stuff like that. Romance, intimacy, all that. And I can't Aristophanes? I think it's called the speech, or like the I don't know, something of Aristophanes. Basically, they were giving like various speeches on what is love. And of course, back in Grecian times, being homosexual is like a norm, right? To love the same sex was a typical thing. And a lot of these speeches are like, what is the foundation for this, right? Which is really cool. I loved reading this. This is for my philosophy class, so we're gonna have some great conversations tomorrow. But Aristophanes was going off, being like, talking about masculinity and what we perceive in masculinity and homosexuality and that. And he just goes, "Now look among yourselves and question who is the most homosexual. Like, what people can we find that will guaranteed to be like love other men?" This is not verbatim. I'm playing up a bit. He just goes, "The politicians. The politicians are the ones." I'm like, I love that so much. And like, it's a truth then, because he was like, politicians don't marry, or, sometimes they have to fill social obligations of having children. But, they want to be, and being a politician then was like the peak of service to one's people, nation, I guess. Not necessarily nation, but society. There we go. And so, the most masculine among them had like a homosexual romance, and I just found that so funny. And I can't wait to I can't wait to like have this awesome discussion of this text tomorrow in class. It's gonna be great. Um, but the weirdest part of that text was reading like the mythology of how man and woman came to be in Greek mythology, which is like, or at least in Aristophanes' view, which is like all beings, all humans were like these 8-legged balls, not like testicles, but like like spheroids. I'm sorry, and like they were like rioting. I wish we had philosophy for an upper division class. This is I'm taking this as a lower one. This is a lower level class. This must be where politicians shop. There you go. Yeah. um. Oh yeah, Aristophanes is like humans are these like 8-legged. Some are male, female, androgynous. That's the delineations of which Aristophanes made, and like they tried challenging the gods, so Zeus cut all of them in half, so all humans had 2 legs, 2 arms, and continuously wanted to be with its other half, which I found, that's charming. I like that. Now, is it kind of grotesque and definitely ancient belief? Yes, but I liked it a lot. Ah, yes, Zeus. Yeah, let's be careful here. Yeah, man, one of my favorite mythological books is Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. I'm not sure how accurate those stories are, but they're good. It's always Zeus. I know, right? Well, actually, Apollo is the one who Zeus like cut everybody in half, and Apollo is the one who like sewed everyone together again, and like gave people their features. But then, yeah, Aristophanes continues and says, those born of the androgynous human, like the 8-legged human, become like heterosexual. I think if I read it correctly, those born of the woman, like woman, regardless, and those been of the men. My school focuses reading depressing books. That my school did as well. We had some pretty sad ones in there. He was helping. Yeah. Did I say Apollo? I hope I said Apollo. I might have said Aristotle. I have the whole name thing. I get names with the same letters mixed up, but I meant Apollo if I said otherwise. The Mockingjay, yes. I think the saddest book we read was Shiloh. Um, it's not a book, but it's a short story. Flowers for Algernon had me crying. On genocides, oh goodness. Yeah, we had the boy in the box, I think it's called. That was and Schindler's List. Oh my God, Schindler's List. We also watched the movie. Holy crap, man! That hurt me. Shiloh, yeah. Flowers for Algernon, though, I remember the most, like most vividly, because I don't know why. I guess I just had like a very imaginative interaction with that short story, but it was enough to be like permanent. Mice and Men. We never read Mice and Men. Up in my like senior year, we read more like Frankenstein, Much Ado About Nothing. What's the really popular one? It's a Jane Austen book. Left to Tell. I've not. What's the Jane Austen book? I loved Frankenstein. I actually forgot how much I liked Frankenstein. Good book. Oh, it's another genocide. Gotcha. Pride and Prejudice. Yes, Pride and Prejudice. That I did not read at all. Like, I don't know how I passed that class, because like at some point I just stopped reading the books, or like skimming them heavily. Like, I could not tell you. Frankenstein was like the first thing we read, and I loved every bit of it. It was awesome. I'm a huge fan of romanticism and everything, right? But like especially literature. Uh, and like I dreamed. I literally had like daydreams of like going to the Alps in the spring to like rid oneself of the stresses of life. And then when everything comes crumbling down in Frankenstein, spoilers. Oh, Spark Notes. I used Spark Notes. No, I think yeah, Spark Notes was like the biggest one I used, but um, I was also in a book club, and so I was more worried about. I was honestly more worried about reading for the book club than for my English class, because book club we were reading like Ender's Game and Lord of the Rings and all this fun stuff. Meanwhile, like yeah, that was me past every time, and they were like, "Don't read it." And I understand why, but dude, I'm no, I'm doing that. Skimmed by art project by tweaking a few settings and photos. Interesting. Hey, it's art. Or like fart. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that you can turn art into fart by adding an F. Okay. I made that joke. If any of you tell anybody, you're banned. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna convince. If I ever have kids, I'm gonna convince them that fart is like a really, really bad word. Like I'd rather them say fuck than fart. just to set them back socially, for no other reason than that. Just to make their life a little bit harder. What the fart? Oh, maybe I need to do that because like I've become a lot better at censoring my swearing, even though I swear multiple times. I've become much better at it because of streaming. Like I only curse when I actually intend to. There's only been a few instances where I've let like some slip out, and it's usually when I'm just too relaxed. I really need to trim this again. Put a quarter in the jar. Yeah, you said the F word, Bear. Come on, pay up. I put it in the Discord and then chickened out. Oh shoot, we're almost out of time. Actually, we're getting close to inking. I think I set myself up for success this stream. Bleh. Bleh. Whenever I've been having like anxious thoughts recently, it's like this happens especially in the morning when like going to the gym or stuff. I just go bleh. Sadie posted something huge and Pat's. Ooh, here wait. Where? I can't reach my. I reached my phone. Holy wait, this is gangster. I thought that you're like doing a joke. What is going on here? Dude, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Dude, if I was filming that, I was like, I'm a millionaire now. Like, that footage is crazy. That's so awesome. I mean, rip to that squid, but oh. There's one of our friends sent us a video of a giant sperm whale uh just munching on a giant squid. Why automod? Uh-oh. You got auto-modded for aggression. For shut up. Oh, I can send the link here. Okay, everybody, rules. Remember, you are clicking a link from a random person on the internet, so don't trust it. Click at your own risk. Internet safety, guys. But I'm sending a link. There you go. It's from Blue Sky. But I could be lying. I could be an evil person trying to hack you, which is real. I'm not making fun of that, but like, just keep in mind. I'm trying to like subconsciously get you guys to understand that anytime people send you links, it could be bad. Even if it isn't necessarily true in this case. Minecraft. I'm gonna be real. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to return to video games. Maybe GTA 6 will break that, but get hacked. Get pwned. When so I have a professor who's an extremely noteworthy individual in the cybersecurity field, very popular. I'm blessed to have him. And whenever he like says like whenever he wants to imply you've been hacked, right? Like it's over. He says game over, and I like it. I like it a lot to know that lingo is still in the hacker sphere. Maybe he said you've been pwned before, but I don't know. I look up to this guy. He is a crazy intelligent person. No, yeah. He is an extremely cool person who has done a lot. We're gonna have to sharpen my pencil. Bleh. I can't do it on yeah, I have to do it on my lap. So we're gonna take a BRB. Bleh. How's everybody's day? What was the highlight of your day today, guys? What is something that you did that you're very not necessarily very proud of, but you can count as a win for yourself and you're glad you did? One Piece? Heck yeah. Yippee. Gotta finish a project you put up. Heck yeah. Hooray! Sorry. I think it's from Sonic DX or whatever. Tails goes, hooray! At one point, and that just like is in my brain a lot. It's a very like monotone robotic hooray. I think it may be Sonic. It was quite fun. I was not having a fun time because of school, but I did enjoy especially those episodes. Those episodes are great. I stayed for all my tests and did your makeup work. Oh my gosh, heck yeah. We're gonna see if I can. Today I got my philosophy homework done. I did the reading, which I really thought I wouldn't be. Ooh, goodness, be able to. Did you miss it? Yep, it's over. It's over. How's it going, Alana? It's not actually over. We're just sharpening a pencil right now. I'm doing a weird job at it. Oh, and Rise is here. Heck yeah. Ergen. Thought he left. My bad. Stretch. Nothing to spend it on. My bad. Hydrate and stretch. Wow. Just because you asked twice, I'll show the freerun drawing. It's right there. It's a bit wonky. I'm not too happy with it, but there it is. Oh, shoot, the timer is still going. Oops, my bad. My bad, Pimp. Yay. Kavel, you need to restock the Hydrate and Strike. They're out of stock. I put a limit on them. I showed it for a second for a reason. It's the eyes are so messed up, and it's like an icky ick for me when that happens in art drawings. Mine, not other people's. I don't really care if it's other people. It's something that I see in mine. I'm like, how did I not catch the incident? Thank you. Buy one of her drawings. If I go to Comic-Con and you decide to go to Comic-Con, I'll bring a sketchbook and you could just tear out whatever page you want. We could do an art swap. Roy's gonna see me in real life. He's like, wait, you're actually that short? I mean, tall? You're actually that tall? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just towering up here. I don't think... Ain't no way you're taller than me, dude. No, I'm sure I'm super short. Going 2001 since Soul Dicey Boy. Yeah, you just got a free run drawing. Loving the fake ads on Drawabox. I like them too. Someone commented on it today, thankfully, but this actually worried me a bit when Uncomfy did this. He made it so you had to accept analytics cookies to log in, but apparently this was just a coding mistake, because I'm not encouraging this, but I sometimes modify websites on my own so it has less pop-ups or stuff. You can't do this with all ad blockers. I use it with something called Stylus. Anyways. And I couldn't log in for a bit because I was blocking the cookies because I don't like giving analytics. What platform do I use to practice art? Drawabox.com. This is going to sound like a sponsorship. It isn't. I'm not sponsored. Drawabox is a completely free in the sense that you only need an email to like sign up, and you don't even need it. You can access all content of Drawabox for free right now by going to Drawabox.com. Completely free. Boom. If you want to submit art, which you can do for free and get critiqued for free, you have to sign up with an email. That just makes sense, right? What's up, Vinthink? And if you want, you can do an official critique, which you pay. You can pay, I think, as little as $7 a month, and you don't need. You can. I think you can do all of Drawabox for like around $40. Depending on how you play your cards. I hacked you. But yeah, Drawabox.com. Drawabox is great. It is a harder way to learn the fundamentals of art, but it is meant for complete beginners. Never touched a pencil before. Has great, great origins from Peter Hahn and Uncomfortable's experience. It's ridiculous how this is free. It is great, and I love every bit of it. Now, like I said, it is a bit more difficult. It ain't easy. You have an easy idea? Oh, heck yeah. I'm excited. But I think, like, it's not good to go around saying Drawabox takes this long to complete and you'll become this much better, because that's not necessarily true, right? It's different for everybody. I feel like, from my perspective, I take longer than most people, so don't use me as a good basis. But if you take as long or longer than me, that's fine. What am I drawing? I'm drawing a little, like, what is it called? Like a charging block with legs that runs around. Silly little guy. It's not really at all related to today's prompt, but I'm having fun with it. So how does this website work? I'm kind of confused. So yeah, you make an account and you go to the Drawabox server. Or okay, you don't need to go to the Drawabox Discord, but like I would highly recommend doing it. Go to lesson 0. That's like the starting point that explains how everything works. But generally, how it works is you go to a lesson, you watch all of the videos and read all of the content. It's very important that you do both, right? Watch the videos and read the content. And then once you've read everything for that segment/lesson, there's going to be a homework section at the bottom, and you do the homework. It's very important that once you do the homework for an entire lesson, that you submit it and get critiqued before you go to the next lesson. So a singular lesson can have multiple chapters and multiple homeworks. So, you do a section, you read a section, do the homework, go to the next section. Read a section, do the homework, go to the next section. And eventually you'll be finished with a lesson and you submit all that work. Now, why do I need to get critiqued? You don't have to, right? You can keep doing Drawabox and not get critiqued. But what's the point of learning if you're not going to be critiqued, right? Like, sure, you can go through Drawabox and learn something by doing it on your own, but being critiqued by others gives us an external perspective because as beginners, we don't know what we don't know, right? We don't know how to correct ourselves. Brain rot is so yeah. Basically, one more time to keep it very simple. Go to lesson 0, watch all the videos, read the text. And for every lesson afterwards, you watch all the videos, read all the text, do the homework, rinse and repeat until you're done with the lesson, and then submit it all at the end for critique. And so unpaid free critique can take longer, depending, right? And if you want critique as fast as possible from a verified, like very knowledgeable person, not that, free critique you won't, but, having a Drawabox representative, right, for paid critique is well worth it. Heck yeah. And like I said, it's not totally for everybody, right? It's a very, I'm not going to say militant, but, very analytical course. And if you don't totally jive with it, there's Proco. Proco also teaches the art fundamentals. Proko. And it's a bit more advanced and a bit more intense, but New Master Academy. It costs a lot more compared to the others, but it is probably like one of the more fancy ones. And there's also some free resources. Love Life Drawing is a popular one. I haven't been a huge fan of their recent YouTube content, but yeah, fan. Is Vine the original Brain Rot? Alrighty. I don't know what pen they use to make this reference that I'm looking at, but it's very, very nice texture. Okay, the inking is probably going to go poorly because I'm not that patient. So I've resolved myself for it to be not the best, but we're going to have fun with it. We're not going to smear ink this time. We're going to be better than that. We're going to call it. There's much more I want to do to it, but I'm not going to. I need to go to sleep and stuff. Oh, I thought my clock said 9:30. I was like, oh my god. Oh shoot, wait, I need that sketchbook. But yeah, Drawabox can take a while too. I hate this feeling of getting nervous. We're almost done with something, so I'm taking a break with this. Bear, that is a wise choice. I oftentimes don't take breaks, and then the consequences happen. So good on you. Yeah, Drawabox isn't like a week-long ordeal. You can, but I would highly recommend not making it a week-long ordeal. You're allowed to complete it as slow or as fast as you want. And of course, there's something to be said for going too fast, right? Not absorbing the material, not putting into practice, thinking through your lines. And I'm not sure if there's a too slow, because like I'm pretty freaking slow. But I will brag about myself with this. I may be slow, but I am consistent. Oops. But yeah, I like the phrasing. It should take a while. It's very easy for I've seen plenty of people go through it very fast, and sometimes they gain a lot of stuff. Um, like it should be digested. I've had a habit, especially when I was younger, like 13, 12, of picking up things and then like getting really upset when like it takes too long. That happened with art. But I would like buy little online courses or something, and I'll try it out and be like, this is taking too long. Bleh. Patience was not a virtue of mine as a child. Eh? Eh? Of little art tips that never leave your mind. Heck yeah. Hey, cool, cool. Cannot wait to see what comes of it. Ooh. Ooh. Well, someone drawing wrinkles in cloth that has never left me for sure. Ooh, cool, cool. Cloth. One day I want to be goated at cloth. Cloth is pretty. I should have done something like, what if the genie was the bottle? I feel like that's good. Also, shout out Dio's art today. I had to close Discord after I saw that. Dio is such an awesome artist, and they use their powers for evil. Minos. Oh, heck yeah. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. How did I not think of that? Minos Prime, like either of the secret level bosses would be perfect for this, like the flesh panopticon or the oh man. Frick. Good choice, good choice. Oh, Sisyphus, I like the cube better than the triangle. True. I need my ultra kill drawing, so I hope tomorrow's prompt is a bit more or I get inspired, I should say, to draw something ultra kill related. I kind of want to get like a true dip pen, but also I feel like I'd make an instant mess. More in the life of Kavel. I ran out of English muffins, and that makes me sad. I could not find lesson 0. I think I need to start lesson 1, right? Because the lines seem where I'm supposed to start. There should be lesson 0. Let me go to the Drawabox. Yeah, if you click on the lessons thing and it says part 1, the basics, lesson 0, getting started. I'll link it in chat. Once again, don't trust links from people on the internet, but that's lesson 0 for Drawbox. One day I'm going to put an actual phishing link in chat. I won't Twitch. I won't do that. But supposedly I will. Just to spite all of you who are so freely clicking links. Reckless abandon. Hacked again as he posts a link. Just want to work into your guys' subconscious to always be careful. If it takes reminding you 300 times, then so be it. Now my laptop is floating. Yo, that's cool as hell. Wish my computer was as cool as yours. It just like gets really loud and angry at night and makes me hide it under my covers. One of my favorite pictures ever. It's a picture of someone who like just made their RGB like PC for the first time, and it's like it's a picture and it says like how do I make it less powerful or something, and it's just like a picture of like a completely dark room with a RGB PC in the center with its lights just blaring. Like absolutely ridiculous. It's so funny. It's like perfect storytelling and everything. Stop putting RGB and stuff. You can go to explore. Okay, have a good one. Take your time, and enjoy. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a lot of fun with Drawbox. Once again, Drawbox isn't like the only way. There's Proco, there's books, all that good stuff. I have a fear that and me shouting out Drawbox, people will be like, "This is the only way to draw, and it's too difficult," or etc. Like you could just not jive with Drawbox, which is totally fine. I just don't want to dissuade people from drawing. Why do we need RGB? Yes. All I need is actually no. There's a light on the top of my PC that it's the power button and it indicates that it's on, but it's so bright. Why? Why does it need to be that bright? Because if I leave my PC on at night, I literally have to put like a stack of sticky notes on the top of it just so it doesn't illuminate like half of my room. I don't want to pay this much for that. No? And when I first built this PC, I immediately went to the BIOS and just turned it off. Yeah, I know I have a GeForce whatever, which is ironic because I actually don't know which one. I have an NVIDIA card. I don't need everyone else to know that. I don't need like half of my room at night. Little robot charger. I love these kind of legs. I suck at drawing them, but I love them a lot. Yeah. It makes it feel it's a very like animalistic design. It makes it feel like a beast, which is kind of what I'm going for. But I always end up making the legs like way too skinny, even though that's kind of the point of this. It's like little legs. Um, yeah, I want to add shading to like the underbelly, but I'm not sure how much I want to do that right now. Okay, let's say the sun's up here. Feel like we're gonna experience some down there. Practically all of this until like it's gonna be stretched, but whatever. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, I'm gonna ink it, and I'm gonna regret inking it. It's a two-step process. Pentel Pocket Brush Pen activate. That's a very loud opening. Oh no. I'm so grossed out by feet that like if slash when I learn anatomy, I'm just gonna have to skip it. I could do bugs. I could do a lot of things. I can't do feet. Think it'd be fun to draw. I just do little triangle things. That's all I need. You know, I'm a simple man. I don't need all this. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm a very like anal retentive, clean person. That's like a typically dirty concept. Not dirty, like yeah, you know what I mean. Gross, gross concept. This still doesn't help. Whatever, you get what I mean. And I don't FW with it. You can quote me on that. I don't FW with it. I get greedy when using the Pentel Pocket brush pen. I'm like, I can ink that. It's small enough, and then I mess it up. See, that feels good. Just freaking big blotch of ink. Technically, this entire face should be black, but what are rules if not meant to be broken? Rules. They're still rules. You don't break them. Because this is going to end up looking bad because I'm breaking them. That's how it works. Yeah. See, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna turn into like a habit of just randomly going bleh. One day I'm gonna be like at a business meeting because I'm a businessman, totally. And the CEO is gonna say like something stocks, something, I don't know. I'm gonna go bleh, and then I'm gonna get fired. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Bleh. There's a dude in my class. I don't know how this reminded me of it. One of my classes, it's a very open-ended class. Students give presentations, students ask questions, and the presenters were like really bothering this one dude with questions because it was his friend. And at one point, like they do this really hard question and get this guy to answer, and he gives a really crappy answer because it was a hard question. And the dude is like, "Can you elaborate?" And he takes the microphone and just goes, "No," and sits back down. And I respect that. The professor found it very funny too. This is the cool professor who says game over. Once again, I've had some awesome professors, but I think he just takes the cake. He literally sat us down in his office hours, or like we came there of our own volition, but he had a soapbox where he was like, I could have with my skill set so many more high paying positions where I could do nothing. I could be lazy. Which is true. Like he is a very skilled person who could do this. He says, I'm not. I'm going into teaching. I don't expect to be paid that much. Because I want people to, improve in this. I want to see this field grow. And he's younger. He's probably no more than 30-ish, 35. 35 probably. You just don't see that kind of behavior from older professors. Some, but very rare. I'm not sure if there's people grow apathetic or what, but yeah. And these kind of people are inspirations to me, not only because of their tenacity and will to make a better, like carve a better future, right? Because it's easy to say you want a better future, but so much harder to go through with it. But it's proof to me that when I grow up, I mean, you know what I mean, even older than I am now, that I don't have to become apathetic, that I don't have to be like, I've seen so many other professors and people in power and stuff like this, where they're just resigned to be whatever about their jobs. And sure, this may also be a situation of, well, they found their dream jobs, which could be true. But the fact that someone could be there in life and enjoying what they do so much and have so much purpose in it, then yeah, like, okay, I can do that too, probably, hopefully, maybe-ish a little. Otherwise, game over. But oh, I felt my finger pick up a bunch of ink. Be careful, man. I think the scariest part about adult life for me has been realizing that, like, that's a future where, like, we imagine, like, SpongeBob, you know, the dude, like, working this dull life, 9 to 5, repeated. And just how almost inevitable that feels a lot of the time. Especially with my job. And I think I would be much closer to that reality if I didn't pick up drawing. Sadly, whoever it's sad for, I don't know, but sadly I picked up art, so I have hope for a job that I love. If not, well, I'll have a little hobby every night. It's kind of weird that this guy looks like he's just about to tilt forward, like, whoa. I kind of want to do a cast shadow, but I'm not going to because I don't care that much. I have stuff to do anyway, so I could totally do it if I wanted to. I'm just busy. So yeah, we're gonna call it here for the night. Definitely very, very not related to the prompt. My idea was like, you know, a djinn. It's like popping out of something. And it was a good kind of two-tone experiment. So, yeah, we'll call it that. And for something completely off the dome, I'm not too unhappy with this. So, yeah. Once again, thank you all for joining me for the first day of Promptathon. Good start. We didn't have a 7-hour stream. I'm not burned out yet. Only 2 hours, so not bad at all. Yeah, we're going to be streaming every day this week, hopefully. There may be a bit of a bump here because my friend's visiting. And friends do take priority. Or at least friends who I don't get to see often, so yeah. But thank you all. I hope you've had an amazing day so far, and if not, we got tomorrow, and we got Promptathon tomorrow as well. So yeah, once again, thank you, Bear, Jims, Icy Boy. Welcome to Drawabox, Icy Boy, if you're somehow listening to this. Delano, Rise, Cat, Jims, I think I already said. Guess we aren't friends. Let's see. Oh, speaking of friends, Jims, check your Finch. Also, who else joined? Van. I think those are three. I said Delano, hopefully. Rise, Delano, Cat, Van, Icy Boy, Jims, Bear, Cat. Okay. Once again, thank you all. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.